I want to get a picture of myself when I was 18 years old, and I want that in the introduction.
If you can find that and get it, I don't
I'm
think
gonna I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get an 18-year-old picture of a young Steve Cully when he was a strapping young buck, and we're gonna put that in the introduction.
Okay.
And because I look like a mad beaver. I look like a beaver. I have a beaver face. I look angry, and it might scare some people. And we want to be all inclusive. We don't want to
Right.
scare people.
Sure.
We don't want to be like the girl who was fencing and
Okay.
took a knee and decided that she was going to not compete against her opponent.
Right.
I don't want to scare people, and I know I'm a scary guy, and
Hmm.
there's not much I can do about it.
Hmm. You
You
know
know,
you are scary.
I am scary. I am, and I don't mean to be. It's not like I try to be. I want to be helpful, and I just want to do as much as I can um, to contribute. There's a lot going on, and I want to contribute. Um, so spring practice has been going on, and there isn't a lot to report other than the pro days went pretty well. They were very happy with the pro days. Um, we may get one or two guys drafted, which is good. I mean, I would have expected more, but we didn't play the toughest schedule. But a couple guys drafted is a good start, considering the last couple of years have been a struggle. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about the transfers we have coming in, and they're really making a difference. They're going to be upgrades from what we have. And as long as we continue to upgrade, I think that's the most important thing. You have to continue to upgrade. And I was looking at the depth chart, and it's listing Evers is the number one guy, and Joe is two, and Cole Welliver is three, which I like.
Right.
I think Cole can do some things. They look good up front, and their receivers are good. I do. They have a receiver in there that I've never heard of before. Um, Urziah Anderson. Have not heard of him. He's in there. Shamar Porter is one of the backups. And the guy that I like is Josiah Gavings. He made some big catches. So I think that's a good group right there. And then with the transfers they brought in, the guy from Central Michigan, I think he'll make some plays. But the biggest thing is the run game. I just hope they continue to develop the run game and focus on it, because I think that's the key to everything. And even Coach Ambrose, Lyndon Johnson said the same thing. Playing in Connecticut in November, late October, it's very difficult to throw the ball. So if you can pound it in there, and pound it hard, that gives you the big advantage. And that's really what we need to see. That in recruiting. And I like that coach is really trying to get this done with spring practice ending in mid-April, and he's going to get the guys right back on the road recruiting. And then hopefully there aren't tremendous losses in the transfer portal that he'll be scrambling to replace. And we should have a very good squad next year.
No, with our schedule, we should be in good shape. I mean, there's no.
Yeah, but like Joe D was right with the schedule. Um, there's nobody on there to warrant 40,000 people showing up for a game. Like, are 40,000 people going to show up to watch us play Duke? I don't see that happening.
Right.
Central Connecticut State. I mean, come on. Delaware is away, but it's just you got to bring a couple big schools in, even though you're risking losing, because without the television revenue, you need that revenue from attendance to make up for it. So that's what we hope for. And then, it's hopefully that we can become a conduit to try to help with alumni and some of the students get jobs and move on with life after football, like we were all able to. Well, most of us, except for me. Everyone else was able to.
Oh, there's always people that deal with moving on.
Yeah, there's 40-year-old babies out there, sure, that just can't get it together. I'm like Will Ferrell from Step Brothers. That's me.
That's all right. Yeah, but it worked out well for them. Boats and hoes,
Yeah, it worked out. What worked out well for them, it just hasn't. The other thing my friends will say is, I'm from the movie Failure to Launch. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, yeah, great movie.
Yes, they consider me Failure to Launch.
Are you a boat salesman?
No, Matthew McConaughey. Failure to Launch.
He was a boat salesman.
It was yes, but it was failure to launch, basically because he failed to become an adult. He failed to have a career and a normal life. And Terry Bradshaw was his father, and he's like, what am I going to do with this kid? And, I just picture my father seeing me every morning and just shaking his head like, what am I going to do with this kid? Like what do I do? Like, where do I send him? Are there adult reform camps? Is someone going to come at 2:00 in the morning and put a hood over my head? What is this from the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christmas.
There you are. You're one of those guys.
Yeah, that's me. Oh, that's Step Brothers.
Nachos, lemon heads, my dad's boat. You won't go down because my dick can float. We sail around the world and go port to port. Every time I come, I produce a quart. Put on your life vest, let's drop anchor. There's a nice lady, I like to spank her.
Okay, two things. How come I've never seen that before?
You've never seen that?
My dick can float? Is that a biological fact? Can penises float?
I think he's just saying it in that movie.
Because I don't recall mine ever, buoying to the top.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I mean, it's not an anchor by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not floating. But with sangria, my God. So we're gonna do this. We actually got a pretty good response on the radio. I was on the radio this morning. Sorry we couldn't call you. The host fell behind, and they got in political arguments, which was hilarious because the guy that was Senator Griffo was in studio. He's the one who's going to come on our show. Okay. And he's a Republican. So they had a academia professor from Utica University on in studio. So Joe and the professor were just going at it. They just argued and fought the whole time. It was absolutely hysterical. And it was about our moronic governor, that Hochul lady. She has been unable to get the budget passed. And Griffo's like, there's no extensions for passing budgets. You can't just say, we can't get it done. Like, I can't get my homework done this week can I get a 3-week extension? He's like,
Right.
it doesn't work that way. He's like, I'm a senator. I don't get paid until this budget's settled. And the academia guy, and all I kept thinking about was Frank saying the Democrats just think they're smarter than all of us. and he was making just stupid point after point after point. And Griffo's like, okay, so let's just close down prisons, let everyone out. There's no bail at all. We'll eliminate bail. And the government will just print money and hand it out to people. We'll see how that goes. And it was just hilarious to listen to them fight, because it was the same things that we talk about. And Griffo's going to come on our podcast. He actually liked it, and he's excited to come on, because he's one of the few Republican senators in New York State.
Right. That sounds good. That'll be great.
But he just can't stand the governor Hochul. And what's funny is Cuomo did what he did, hugging women and maybe caressing a breast or two. I mean, who doesn't do that? But so he gets removed. Hochul steps in, and I asked a legitimate question. I asked Griffo, if that didn't happen, would Hochul be governor right now? And he said, absolutely not. Basically, the thing that happened with Cuomo is, she stepped in and then ran on her own and won. If that doesn't happen and Cuomo finished out the term, Hochul would have never ran for governor. And that is what has caused the disaster. And she is having a problem because there's a CO strike. So all that stuff is just crazy. It's just crazy to me. So tonight, what are your thoughts on the game? I got to talk to Maria.
What you think?
She thinks that we will do fine. She thinks that we really are going to have to put 2 girls on Lauren Betts. That's the big girl from UCLA that scores all the points. If we can contain her and AZ picks up her shooting, Sarah Strong plays how she's been playing, that we should roll and be fine. So that's kind of exciting. It would be good, because this is the longest drought that Gino's had since he started without winning a national championship. And it would be good to see Paige go out with one after everything that she's been through.
Yes, it would be great.
Because she, with the injuries and everything, she needs this, and it would be a great way for her to end her career. And, maybe, I don't know if Joe would put her at the Mount Rushmore of UConn talent, but she's definitely cemented herself as being one of the greats.
There's no doubt.
At least, compared to the men who didn't do anything. Who did nothing. Did you have baseball last night?
No.
Okay. Do you have a tournament?
I think Paige. I think Paige and the women are gonna win. I think they're on a roll. I just have so much drama going on.
Why is there drama? Because you're not a dramatic person. You're very calm, cool, and collected. Like, if I was like, Frank's dramatic. If I was to describe Dave Schumann, it would be, I don't give a fuck. It would be, there's no drama. I
usually handle drama pretty good. It's just I'm trying to. In the end, I will handle this good. It just right now.
Is it involving like a flag tournament? Because you
said
you weren't running
tournament this weekend. And it's going to rain. The place that we're hosting it at doesn't.
You said that, yes.
They only wants to use the turf field. They don't want to use the grass field. So now we gotta go. I gotta find another site for the other games, which I have done.
Oh, there's that many teams?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so you can't play on one field, so they need multiple fields.
No.
Are the fields you found another site? Are the sites far apart?
They're about 15 minutes apart. It doesn't matter because
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
they'll play this group
they'll
will play
stay.
here. This group, they'll
Yeah.
just stay there. It's just I have to logistically. The biggest issue is I got to work out the referees. Once I have that worked out, then the rest should work out.
But this is my question to you. You had told me that this was not your tournament, correct?
Well,
You
this
weren't
one's
running.
mine. Yeah,
Oh, this one is yours. Last week's was not yours.
that was not mine. No.
Okay, so it's different when it's yours. What are the chances that it doesn't rain?
Well, it's only supposed to rain for a little bit of time, but it has to do with these, whatever fields. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they don't want to tear up the fields. I get that. So you're putting out fires right now. That's basically what you're doing.
correct. I'm putting out fires. I'm solving problems.
Because it would take a lot to get you irritated. I rarely see you get irritated.
I can get irritated, but
No, you can, but it's rare.
I try to handle most things in stride as much as possible.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're very calm. You're very
I'll
calm.
tell you another thing that's driving me nuts.
It wasn't me though, is it?
Megaphone.
Oh, megaphone. Okay.
I don't understand how that thing works.
I asked for help on that.
It is the biggest, most complicated mess of nonsense.
But everything's transferred there. I just don't know
It's
how.
not on Spotify. It's not on Spotify. I looked it up.
It's not?
No, because the Rebel Republic that's on Spotify is 2 episodes I put up a while back, just random.
I sent you a bunch of Rebel Republic episodes.
No, I haven't put any up though, but of those up. The ones I put up on Megaphone do not show on Spotify.
I saw that.
I don't understand what like. I don't see ads going anywhere. It just seems like I just spent money for no reason.
Well, no. Well, I will put a call into Oscar. I have a friend who is familiar with Megaphone. He's going to get back to me on it, and we'll get that straightened out. Because I saw that too, that it wasn't showing up. I was amazed at how fast everything transferred. That I couldn't believe, because it lists the number of episodes, but I don't know how you get to them on Megaphone. That's what was confusing.
Yep.
That's what I didn't get. Yeah, and you did spend $1,200 on that, so it's got to be figured out. Is there support that you can contact? Does it list anything? I'll contact Oscar. I'm just curious if there's support.
It's one of these chat things.
Oh, those things are such bullshit, Dave. It's all AI.
I know, it's all AI, dude.
Whatever you type, they respond in 0.5 seconds. And it drives me up a goddamn wall. It drives me up a wall. So I'll
never solve your problems. So stupid.
Well, it seems like Bo's being pretty good.
Bo's not here. I don't know where he went.
But he's in the house.
Yeah, I don't know where he is though.
He's not bothering you.
Yeah, he was doing some.
I
have this channel. I have my TV downstairs. The remote is dead, and we just never put the batteries. New batteries, even though we have them. I just never do it. And the TV show the only channel that shows on this like Samsung TV or whatever is the Get channel. Get channel, great entertainment television, and it plays in order every single day. I can't remember what it starts with in the morning, but then it goes. Acres. Then it goes to Good Times. Okay, then from Good Times it goes. I can't remember the show goes to after that. Middle of the day, there's nothing. Okay,
What do you mean nothing? Is
It
this
just
blank?
says Great Entertainment Television will be back soon. It's nothing. And then in the evening comes on in succession Rockford Files,
Oh my God.
Quincy MD, ME medical examiner, and
Like Gomer
there's another
Gomer
show.
Pyle?
No, it's not that old.
Hogan's Heroes?
It's a guy who fights crime. I'm trying to think of who it is.
Columbo?
No. Perry Mason. Perry Mason.
I love Perry Mason.
Yeah, yes, because Perry Mason.
He never loses a case.
He's the guy that's in a wheelchair, right?
He is near the end of the series, I believe.
Oh, it must be near the end of the series. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh no, Magnum PI. That's who it is. Magnum PI.
PI's in a wheelchair?
No, Magnum PI is on a wheelchair. I'm saying Perry Mason is. So let's see. All right, for example, for today, it's the same thing every day, though. I don't know why they even put their schedule on television. I've watched every Good Times episode. I know it. I know it inside and out because I'm always on the podcast. Funny? Oh, it's not. It's not Perry Mason. Is it fun? Oh yeah, Good Times is great. Good Times starts off the day at 11:30. And then you go to Ironside. A couple episodes of Ironside. I don't even know what that is.
Never heard of that one.
Then I forgot the one that comes on in the afternoon. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh, well, that's legendary. I mean, you can't go wrong with Walker.
Listen, Walker, Texas Ranger is on at 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, at 5 o'clock. Four episodes in a row every day. Walker, Walker, Texas Ranger. Then Magnum PI for 2 episodes. Then a million episodes of Rockford Files, 3 in a row.
Oh, the Rockford Files.
And then Quincy ME. That's their schedule. And I can tell you, I don't know what it's like on the weekend, but I could tell it's different on the weekend. Okay. Because they have actual different things on the weekend. But during the week, it don't ever change. It's the same show, same thing every single week.
Well, it seems like you're dissatisfied.
No, I kind of like it. So I've gotten it. It plays in the background. I like Good Times. I love Walker, Texas Ranger. I don't even know what they're saying, but I just see him going around and arresting people.
Oh, he's a badass.
He's a badass. That's and then I see Rockford Files is the same thing. People are getting shot at over and over again. He's a private investigator. Magnum PI, all he does is charm the ladies. That's the whole show.
Tom Selleck with the mustache. Can't go wrong.
Charming the ladies. And then Quincy ME, he's always solving forensic crime. It's the same thing every single time. But I like Walker, Texas Ranger is on when I come downstairs in the afternoon. It's on all the time.
You can't go wrong with Chuck Norris.
No, Chuck Norris. The 2 most popular shows must be Walker, Texas Ranger, and the Rockford Files. Because
my question to you is, I mean, you obviously, pay for cable or satellite or whatnot. What, you take 2 batteries out and you take the ones out of the remote and you put the new ones in. Is it that complicated? I don't see you as a lazy person.
No. I don't even know where the remote is. That's part of the issue. So,
do you have a Roku or anything?
I don't have a Roku.
Oh, you don't? Okay. You know what you have to get? Frank has the Superbox. You have to get the Superbox.
Right. Oh, really? I never heard of a Superbox.
I never either. It's the greatest thing ever. It gets every channel in the history. If, like I said, if you want to watch news in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, you can do that. It has all the Netflix shows. Like you can't watch straight Netflix, but it has all the shows and all the episodes, channels for them. It's called a Superbox. You can buy it on Amazon.
What does it do?
It has every channel imaginable. Pay-per-views you can get for free. We watched the UFC.
Is that illegal?
Yes, it's legal. It's 100% legal.
How is it legal?
I have no idea. It says it's legal. My father just ordered one because it's so expensive for cable, and then it's so expensive for, if you want Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. I mean, it's ridiculous. So the Superbox, it's $220, I believe, and then all you need is just the internet. If you have just good enough internet, it works perfectly. He watches every basketball game.
Really?
Yeah, he has, because he loves sporting events. Yeah, he watches all the sporting events. We watched UFC, the pay-per-view, the fight night, all the NCAA tournament games. And it's a miracle, and it is legal. But I just think it's funny. Like, if you want to watch the local news in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, you can.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's got every channel. When you're,
how does it have every channel?
I watched it. It goes through. There's 10 million channels. That's the only part. I mean, you got to page through and go through the channels to find what you want. But it's got every basketball game that's being played that night, every college basketball game that's being played that night. It's got wrestling, college wrestling if it's on, college baseball if it's on, minor league baseball if it's on, pro baseball, every pro baseball team. If you want to watch the Milwaukee Brewers, you can watch it on the local Milwaukee affiliate.
How do you get Netflix on there?
That's the thing. You don't get Netflix, the app. You get the shows from Netflix. So there's channels that have the show. Like, I'm watching The Residents right now on Netflix. There's channels that have The Residents as a show, and then there's all the episodes listed. So there's an episode for every show. So you could save money by getting the Superbox, and then all you're paying is your internet.
Oh, wow!
Yeah,
so I
because
can get rid of YouTube TV.
Yes, but no, Frank. See, that's the only problem. Frank kept YouTube TV because you can only get one. Well, you can get multiple. But one Superbox can go in your main living room. But if you watch TV in your bedroom or kitchen or whatever, keep YouTube TV for that. Because you'd have to buy multiple Superboxes to hook them up to other areas. It's only good for one TV. But you can do it on your computer anyway. I mean, there's illegal websites on your computer you can go to watch whatever you want.
And yeah, no doubt. It's interesting. That's an interesting thing to maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we used to have the black box back in the day. That's when, I got introduced to porn. The black box. I got to watch the Spice Channel. That was always great. But once
Spice
the black
Channel's
box
still around.
No. There's porn everywhere. You don't need Spice Channel you just go on YouTube. You can watch all the porn you want. Go on Pornhub. Go on Pornhub.
I know that. I don't watch porn, but I'm just saying, like.
What do you mean you don't watch porn? You're a man.
Yeah, that's not. I don't.
What? Hold on. You don't know? That's not my thing. You don't watch porn?
I don't really watch a lot of porn. No, it's not really.
It's not important to you?
No, I like the real thing better.
Well, everyone likes the real thing better, but we don't always get the real thing whenever we want. So when we don't get the real thing, we have to make up for it some way. And porn is the way to do it. How could you not be into porn?
No,
I mean,
I've not I mean, I enjoyed strip clubs, but I wasn't really into.
I wasn't a strip club guy.
I mean, no, I didn't love them, but like, I like the real interaction.
Yeah, I do too. I like the real interaction too.
I
Did you ever go to Satin Dolls?
at Bergen County? Yes.
Well, because that's where Bada Bing was from The Sopranos.
Sure. Yep.
I went to Satin Dolls too. I had to go there. It was a landmark for me.
It was a landmark. It's a landmark. Yeah. So Satin Dolls is literally 5 minutes from where I grew up.
Oh, it is. So you must have been there a million times.
I plead the fifth.
Was Silvio ever there? I always wondered if Silvio was ever there.
Who's Silvio?
From The Sopranos. He was the guy that ran Bada Bing. Well, you weren't a Sopranos. Did you ever go to the Electric Blue?
At UConn?
Yeah. I went to the Blue. You want to hear a funny story? We had a new coach, a new tight ends coach who came in, and we're in spring practice. And one of our captains, his name is CJ Hessel. He's a great guy. This coach, he had a wife and a couple young kids, and he was, making dinner plans. He's asking the guys, all the offensive linemen, like, where should I go out to dinner? And Hessel said, you know what, coach? You should try the Electric Blue. It's right off of 195, and they got great seafood. Coach packs up his family, wife and kids, drives to the Electric Blue.
With his family?
With his family. Walks into the Electric Blue, sees the ambiance and, the personnel of the Electric Blue, and walked out immediately. And he was not too thrilled with CJ the next day for recommending the Electric Blue. He should have just recommended Wellington pizza, chucks and margaritas, but Hessel being Hessel, sent him to the Electric Blue.
That's terrible.
Oh well, we did a lot of terrible things. Terrible things. But I mean, I was. Depending on the year, the Electric Blue improved significantly from my freshman to senior year. They started getting some quality talent that had some moves. I think they were doing yoga. They were very flexible, and it was great. I really enjoyed it.
The Electric Blue.
So, I mean, did you go there often?
Well. I remember it.
Yeah. Did you go there often or not really?
I mean, no, I wasn't there often.
Yeah.
Have I been there? Yeah. I know people that went there often.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a safe space.
It was a safe space?
It was a safe space, yeah. Yeah. You can't complain with the Electric Blue. Is the other
women a great place in Hartford, but they got rid of it.
The Gold Club?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I was told the Gold Club was still around.
Oh, it is.
No?
Okay. So there used to be a couple of girls that worked there that I knew that were from UConn.
There were girls from UConn that worked at the Gold Club? That's impressive.
Yep.
That's very impressive.
I didn't know who they were, though.
But, I mean, you were a ladies' man, so that's the biggest thing. I mean, you were good with girls. I was not.
Yeah, I was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, you had your time. You were a good-looking guy. I mean, I see the pictures. I mean,
what's happening now is rough, but it's called age.
No, that's why I said, like, I can't picture you stressed or upset because you go with the old man's look. I picture you showering like twice a week. and you just don't get mad. Like, you don't get irritated.
I guess when I coach, I do, but that's probably the only time, unless
that's normal. That's normal. That's normal.
Or if someone really, really tries to push my buttons. But most of the time, I think that might be what throws people off a little bit.
It pisses people off.
Because I don't, and then all of a sudden, if I'm mad, then everybody gets mad because they're like, "Well, why is he mad? Like, he doesn't get mad, So,
yeah, one of my best friends, Uwe is Sunday. We've talked about Uwe before.
Yeah, sure.
Uwe, I would call him the cerebral assassin, because he would date women, and when they would like get mad and want to argue with him, Uwe, because he's a psychology major and he's brilliant, Uwe would never give a reaction, and that would piss them off to all hell. That would anger them more, because they want a response from Uwe.
Right.
And he refused to give them one. He would be calm. He would speak calm, and he's like, "Are we done? Are we done yet? Can we settle down?" And these women would just flip out. And I loved it. I loved it because they wanted a response from him. They wanted to see him angry, and he would never let it go. He would never give it to him. And that would just stoke that fire. And I loved it. I loved that he was able to get that fire stoked.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that fire gets stoked, man.
But I mean, like, if you're having a confrontation with your wife, are you one of those, like, will you fire back, or do you keep a calm, cool, and collected and don't say anything?
Depends.
Yeah. It depends on the situation. It's situational.
Yeah, it's situational. Depends on what it is. Most of the time, I try to stay calm, but I can't say that I always do. But I try to, in general, not get too fired up about everything.
No, you can't. You can't let yourself get too fired up.
It makes it, because I'd be fired up 24/7.
Yeah. Emotion.
Things are always going on.
100%.
Steve, you're gonna have. We got to figure out Megaphone, dude. We got to figure out Spotify and Megaphone, because
listen, I will take care of it.
That's pissing me off.
Okay.
Because I can't understand why. Like, they want me to redirect. Why is it so hard? Why is it so difficult? I mean, to redirect, and then I got to go to my old host and get them to redirect again in Linux. And
when we get off, I will contact Oscar, and I will ask him for help. And then I contacted another friend of mine who was going to help me with it, and we'll figure it out. But again, my question is, will people be able to download the shows directly from Megaphone? That's what I don't get, because it says that they're
not directly. No one's going on Megaphone.
Yeah, nobody goes there. It's not a platform. That's why
That's what I understand. Like, I don't understand how you have 2 downloads. Like,
yeah, I saw the same thing.
How do you have 2 downloads? It's not even on Spotify. Like, where is it?
Yeah, that's why
it's no man's land.
I don't understand it myself. So I will absolutely follow up with Oscar.
I love how they say it's such an easy platform. No, it's not.
I mean, there's a lot you can do with it. I mean,
what can you do with it? There's nothing that I have seen that you can do with it.
Well, I mean, you can create shorts and reels, can't you?
How?
Oh, I gotta look at it. I mean,
to create shorts and reels, you got to go to your video, figure out where it doesn't do anything automatic. There's no AI.
No, it doesn't. No,
garbage
it doesn't do
platform, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Garbage platform that somehow Spotify bought with a waste of their money.
I thought Megaphone bought Spotify.
Or whoever. It's garbage. It's a garbage platform.
Well, yeah.
It would be way easier to integrate the things. I mean, why does you have to go here to do this, to go there to do that? It's so stupid. Don't they have any people that can actually program at these companies?
It was very easy to transfer the podcast to Megaphone, but
YouTube,
I don't understand.
Put the video up. It plays.
Yes.
Watch it.
Yes. And you get credit for the views and everything.
I get credit for the views. Why with Spotify do I got to go through all these different hoops?
You got to jump through hoops to get it to work. Yes.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's so stupid. It's incredibly stupid. I mean,
we'll figure.
Spotify. The reason why I've never used it.
No, because
you wonder how I am in business. When things annoy me, this is how I handle things that annoy me. I think with events, something happens in an event, meaning the facility fucks with me, or they fucking I don't go back to that facility.
Right.
You're affecting my customers, and I don't like that. Okay?
Right.
I don't like you affect my customers. I don't like that when it's out of my when a group can't fulfill their end of the bargain. Then I'm screwed, and then I look like the a-hole. I don't like looking like the a-hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like I don't have my shit together because you don't have your shit together.
Exactly. Yes. It falls on you.
It falls back on me. I hate it. I hate it with YouTube. Super simple, dude. Okay. Yeah. Super simple.
You get viewership, you get paid. That's it.
Viewership, you get paid. If you don't get to these numbers, you don't get paid.
Yep.
Spotify, all convoluted. Put your thing on Spotify. How do I get paid if I'm on Spotify? You're approved. We're putting ads on there. Where are the ads? I don't even know where it's located. I have no idea.
You have to hit a certain number.
A producer for a living just to figure this thing out. How dumb is that? How stupid is that?
It is dumb.
You don't need to have a full-time producer just to get this thing done. It should just be click, click, done.
Yeah.
I upload my things. Done.
That I mainly was using Spotify, and once you hit a certain number, then you can put ads in. I never did it that way because I didn't think it was worth it. But I've never seen it work where it pays off, where I know YouTube does, and I know YouTube's the better platform.
YouTube kills Spotify. Spotify is better.
Spotify is good. You can listen in your car. If you're in your
car, correct.
Yeah.
So that's on the YouTube side of it. YouTube should do a better job of making their videos better audibly, where you could easily access something. Like, so if I click on it and it should be able to identify that
or if you want to download just the audio.
I'm just listening, right? And that could be better. Spotify is better if you're driving in your car. There's no doubt about it. But the hoops you got to jump through, I could upload everything to Spotify. Great. And then what? I uploaded it from my other platform. Now I have to go and redirect it to the platform.
That's why I said I have.
Why can't I host it on my platform? It goes so I get all these numbers from Spotify, but unless Spotify's my host, I don't get paid.
No,
I host it at another platform.
Exactly.
It's stupid. It's dumb.
Exactly. That's what's frustrating.
If you're streaming on Spotify, it should be doesn't matter where you're hosting it,
And it's much more difficult to advertise if on social media to promote your episodes on Spotify, because people don't just want to listen to it.
No, they don't click.
They don't click just to listen. And Courtney Williams, he doesn't use Spotify, he uses Apple. So he doesn't click on the Spotify link, he'll go to the Apple link. Spotify
because they have too many ads, and then they got
Yeah, oh, I know. That's why I'll check. I'll follow up with Oscar when we're done and see what we're doing wrong, and see how we can get this thing rolling, because everything's transferred. We got everything transferred. I don't even know how to play an episode on Megaphone. I mean, can you play an episode on Megaphone? Because I wasn't able to. I had to go to Spotify to play an episode. And I hadn't been using Spotify as much because YouTube, Facebook, getting that kind of viewership. I was trying to increase your viewership by doing it that way, as opposed, like, if I put your YouTube link in my Facebook, that helps to increase your YouTube viewership, which makes more sense than trying to put it on Spotify.
Right.
Because it would take forever to build up what you have on Spotify. It'd take 10 years. I mean, your YouTube platform is larger than basically all the top podcasters, and that has to be worth money. Like, even talking with Belcor about how he wants to hire. That's so easy to do. I mean, we can input ads to hire for Cornerstone Realty.
Yeah.
We can put in ads, to get people to invest in Cornerstone Realty. There's so much you can do with it. Whereas in Spotify, it's very difficult to add those type of things. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, I'll follow up with Oscar and figure it out. And a friend of mine from my town knows Megaphone. Hopefully he can show me how to do it. Either that, or we'll just go to Megaphone, beat everyone up, and get your money back. Is your tournament tomorrow?
No, Sunday.
Oh, it's Sunday. Okay. Good. But yeah, we got a, I'm going to put if you can create a StreamYard link for the show tonight, for the watch along party, I'm going to post it as an event and promote the hell out of it. There's a lot of people that want to come on, jump on and off, and I think it'll do well. And that's something, like, if we could get that on Spotify, that would make money, because that'll get a high number of viewership or downloads.
Yeah. That would be good.
So I talked to a bunch of people who want to are excited about it and want to be involved. I just have to mention, if I can, please, Razul's fundraiser, April 19th. 6 p.m. at the Swift Factory. Chef Cisco is cooking. It's for the House of Changes, which helps recovering addicts. It helps homeless people, and it helps people who have been incarcerated. We are trying to get corporate sponsors and donations.
I have to take this call.
That's fine. You can sign me up. So Dave, great show. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges and find yourself a new field.